It's Hot 97 Morning Show. We have Nauty from the Dirty Riderz on the phone. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man? Chilling.
Good. We have Cypher Sounds here. We got Laura Styles. Now, Laura Styles, what is the information we have so far from the news coverage on this incident between the bikers and the Range Rover from the weekend?
Well, according to the newspapers and all the different stories, this happened on Sunday. Range Rover was on the West Side Highway. Maybe like 20, 30 bikes were driving along the West Side Highway. One of the guys cuts him off. He hits him from the back, falls off his bike, continues to go. Eventually, the guy pulls over. The bikes surround him. They start, antagonizing him, saying a bunch of stuff to him. One of the guys slashed his tires. So the driver panics, the one in the Range Rover, takes off, and as he peels off, he runs over another guy. Takes off, becomes a big chase. The bikers follow him till he gets off the highway. When they reach Washington Heights, they come to, it looked like it was like a traffic jam.
Okay.
One of
it
the
looked like 187th Street
yeah,
up there,
around
right?
there. One of the guys got off his bike, takes off his helmet, smashes his window until they opened the door, got him out, and they beat him down.
And now the guy was in the car with his wife and kids, right?
2-year-old daughter, yes.
So, Naughty, is that the way you were told it, or is there other information that we don't have?
Yeah, it's way more information to the story. At the part where everybody started seeing where the bikes was riding along the SUV, before that, he has hit somebody with his mirror. The bikes was riding beside him because they was trying to get him to pull over them because he hit somebody further back. When the bike went in front of the Range Rover, we went in front of the Range Rover and looking for him to slow down so they could talk about it. When that driver hit that biker purposely, because he could have stopped, he hit him purposely. At that time, he didn't feel that his life was in danger. He just didn't want to stop, as like he had road rage. After the driver stopped, of course, it's going to be heated words. You hit somebody on the bike, and if you're a biker, then you understand what we mean. That's our life. A mirror, if you knock him down, you're dead. So, of course, it's going to be heated words. But nobody put hands on nobody at that time. He felt the need to press the gas and roll over somebody else. Now, I'd like to know why the news haven't reported that person that he rolled over is paralyzed.
Naughty, you break it
right now.
Naughty, you broke up. You said he's paralyzed.
Yes, that guy is paralyzed. He's from Boston.
He's from Boston, and he's from
school.
And you said he's from Boston.
Yeah, that guy's from Boston.
Wow.
He wasn't near that truck. He wasn't by the truck talking to him or anything, so he ran over an innocent bystander.
Naughty, but what's all this talk about the tires getting slashed? When did this happen?
I don't know about no tire getting slashed. I don't understand what they're talking about tire getting slashed. If the tire was slashed, he made it pretty far after that.
Well, and I was going to say, Syph, you brought that point up when you was watching the video. You said...
Yeah, I don't think his tires were slashed because he was riding on the west side for a long time.
Yeah.
And potentially... they could have been slashed when all of the ruckus ensued up on 187th.
Yeah, could be.
When he actually got yanked out of his car. So Naughty, the reason I want to give both sides of the story, and I definitely want to hear from you, and I want to send prayers out to the family of the young man whose life has probably changed forever, that was run over by the Range Rover. I think my biggest concern is our listeners to Hot 97. A lot of them are in bike clubs and ride motorcycles and enjoy that as a recreation. And there's always a few bad apples in a bunch, but I just feel like it's unfair to the bikers out there who ride safely, who are responsible. That now there's going to be like this another negative stereotype of people who ride bikes around this city.
Exactly. This is going to cause a chain reaction. There was some wrongdoings. And first of all, it was more than 30 bikers. It was like 200 bikers. Over 200. That's the first. Second of all, what the police department is doing is painting a picture that a biker's life is less important than a mirror, pretty much, because that's where it all started, over a mirror. You rode over two people. You rode over a person, you hit another person at the second stop. Both of those people were not near your truck. You're hitting innocent people and you're leaving the scene of a crime. You're doing hit and run. That's vehicular. That's almost like manslaughter, right?
No,
and let me ask you this, Nauty.
Attempt to murder.
Nauty, you as one of the organizers of one of the biggest bike clubs in the city, you do recognize that there's some idiots out here on these motorcycles.
There's a lot of idiots, but that doesn't mean that innocent people should be punished.
100%. I 100% agree with you. But you, as somebody that these young cats respect, how do we move forward from a circumstance like this? Because there's obviously wrongdoings probably on both sides. How do we move forward and start a conversation or education process so that we don't have?
Most definitely. I think the first thing that needs to happen, if you're going to charge the bikers, you need to charge the driver. There was wrongdoings on both.
Okay.
You can't, that guy put his family even in more jeopardy by running that way. He could have crashed and killed his family.
That's right.
And when they caught him, the child nor his wife was harmed, just him. So that kind of proves a point that they wasn't out to hurt his family. They was there protecting their brother. But I think people...
I don't know if the word protect, but definitely retaliating against the actions of the driver.
Well, that's a two-way street because he retaliated just as well as they retaliated. Both of them retaliated.
But I mean, no, there's nothing. I'm on your side. I just got my motorcycle license. I want to learn how to ride, but there's nothing you can see how you're sitting in a car and your car gets surrounded and there's a bunch of dudes yelling. This is a family guy. Like, he's not in the streets. He don't know what's going on when a lot of people are yelling at him, all different people. There's not like one spokesman walked up to the car and was like, "Excuse me, sir, you hit one of our riders." It's like everybody yelling like, "Yo, yo, yo, yo."
Understandable. And I'm not going to play a bias role. If it was me and I felt that all these people would jump me and I'd get hurt and my family get hurt, yeah, I'm gonna run off too. But I have to be accountable for everything I do after. Now, if I hit innocent people in that process, that doesn't exempt me from any wrongdoing. I did it.
No, and I agree with you, Nauty, and that's why I said there's wrongdoing on both sides.
Right.
Because this man is in the car with his family. I'm gonna tell you right now, just like you said, if I'm in the car with my family, hell, if I'm in the car by myself, and my car gets surrounded by a bunch of people screaming and hollering, I'm not staying around to try to negotiate or have a conversation. But I do want to make sure that the people out here doing things the right way and the safe way aren't just lumped into the same category as a few idiots. Or whether that's, and when I say idiots, the drivers of the cars and the people on motorcycles that both can do wrong things in traffic.
Right.
So what do we do now? What happens right now? What do you, as Nauty from the Dirty Riderz, what are you going to help do to make sure that this doesn't spin out of control?
Well, I'm part of an organization called ABATE of New York. I'm part of the Alliance Relations guy, which is the largest motorcycle rights organization. And what we do is we educate bikers on safety. We also educate drivers on how to react or what to do when bikers are on the road, because a lot of people just don't know, and a lot of people have the wrong perception of bikers. Everybody's all over the news saying biker gangs. No, it was trust me, it was police, firemen, ambulance guys.
Everybody, there's all types of people around. Yeah.
And you label them all as a gang, and these are the same people you're probably talking to that they just didn't tell you they was on that ride.
Right.
So there needs to be a better understanding between a biker and a driver, because it's too much unknown, and
this is what I'm gonna go on record to say. There is a prejudice against people on motorcycles, especially when they're riding in large groups, right? It's going to take you, Nauty, your organization, to take the responsibility to try to change that perception over time, right? Because people see groups of Harley Davidsons and people in their jackets and people on their Ninjas and whatever other bikes they got moving around out here. Do people even ride Ninjas anymore? Who knows? But my point being is it will take you the responsibility to change this perception, because it's not going to be an easy perception to change because of the way people on motorcycles are seen, man. You're gonna have to tell your members of your organization and the people who look up to you, Naughty, listen, y'all, we gotta chill and we gotta change this perception. We gotta start doing some nice things in neighborhoods, not just running around the corner making a bunch of noise, pulling up the stoplights and weaving through traffic all the time.
Well, definitely. There's almost all the organizations do some form of charity for the local areas. I mean, that's all the time. A lot of them have relations with different precincts, and they work with their precincts or work with a hospital or a homeless shelter. That happens all year round. But, once you get on the bike, then everything is forgotten. And once you're on the bike, you're that other guy, So,
well, I think there's a difference. I think you're talking about like when I do your party every year, those are motorcycle clubs. I think the bad apples are those just kids that just have bikes. They're not part of an organization. They don't have like rules and they just jump on bikes and ride through traffic like maniacs.
Right. There's a small community of bikers. The majority rides 4-wheelers, little dirt bikes, stuff like that, and those are the bad apples. I know some of them.
Naughty, let's keep it real. Ever since Arthur Fonzarelli, ever since the Fonz, man, motorcycles have been synonymous with rebellion and being rebellious. That's something that's been a part of motorcycles in America for a long time. And I think that's where that perception comes from. Like, we got a lot of work to do, and I'm telling you, Naughty, I'm here. If y'all got something great you doing, just like we go to your organization, Cypher DJs, C DJs. What's the big event that happens every year that y'all do? It's like 5,000 people.
But that's in January, anniversary every year.
The anniversary, yeah, but even beyond that, if there's anything you got going on in the community, and we want to make sure, because there's a lot of people who enjoy riding and they do it the right way, and I believe we should work together to change that perception. But simultaneously, on your side, you make sure that the young people coming up are also working on that perception change.
Most definitely. I work with a lot of the new riders that come out and show them the different aspect, because I'll keep it real, some people, Meek Mill's inspired probably a couple of thousand more to get bikes and do what they do on the street. And then some people watch Sons of Anarchy, and then they want to get the bike and live a fake lifestyle.
Right.
But there's a majority of people that do this thing for real. It's not recreation. It's what we do all year round. Some people park it up over the season, but a lot of us ride all year round.
Well, Naughty from the Dirty Riderz, man. Thank you for taking the time to call us up. We're gonna make sure we work on this perception change, because I know firsthand it's a lot of good people out there on motorcycles, a lot of regular, hard-working, everyday people, and it's not just bad apples wilding out in the street.
No doubt.
Thank you for your phone. Thank you for your phone call. Anything we left out that you want to touch on before you get off the line?
Well, I make one last statement. The guy that was grabbing the door, he wasn't trying to pull the driver out. He was trying to take his keys so that he could stop hitting people.
No, Naughty, that sounds crazy.
It looked crazy.
You can't run up on a car. And you know what? Why didn't anybody call the cops?
It's a bad judgment, but that's exactly what he was doing. And that driver should take a lie detector test and tell the truth. He needs to take a lie detector test, because it was a bunch yelling and screaming, and they all was yelling, "Stop, stop."
There you have it. Thanks for your phone call, man, and keep us updated, man. This is a bad situation all the way around.
Yeah,
it's bad, very bad in so many ways. And I don't want to see nobody going to jail over this. I don't want to. I mean, you got a kid in a coma and it's all bad, man. It's all bad.
No doubt, man. Well, I'm here, man. I appreciate the time that y'all gave me, and stay safe, yo.
Yo, we're gonna see you in these streets, my man.
All right, cool.
Yes, sir.